its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
AMP2.TV presents Tell Us Your Business, where you're invited on the air to tell us what makes your business stand out in the community. It's important we hear from you to tell us all we need to know about what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on AMP2.TV. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-565-1470. Now, let's get ready as our guest hits the airwaves and informs us about what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
Hi, good evening. This is Alita Hernandez, your host tonight in Tell Us Your Business. I'm here today with Paul Solomon, a special guest, and he's also going to be on my show tomorrow. I'm a little early today from Rebooted the Podcast, so check out part 2 tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So, Paul, how are you today?
Great. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So we can talk for days, I think, but
Absolutely.
I know your company is called Lou Who Advisors, which is Let Us Help You.
Correct.
So explain that a little bit.
Yeah, actually, it was my wife's came up with that name, Luhu, Let Us Help You. It's just a general term that we're just trying to help everybody out there understanding the long-term care, whether you're a baby boomer or the seniors that are out there. There's so much information and there's so much misinformation out there that we're trying to clear up with people. There's a lot of, whether it's government benefits, there's a lot of things out there that could help seniors, and we're just trying to get the word out.
That's very good. So what made you get into this kind of service?
Well, my background, I'm a licensed real estate broker. I'm a licensed insurance agent. I'm a licensed assisted living administrator, and I'm a certified senior advisor. So everything I do is senior centric when it comes to that. And about 13 years ago, my dad started showing signs of dementia.
Okay.
And it was just the right time in my life where I said, you know what, I got to figure this all out. He did not have long-term care. My mom did. She didn't even know she had long-term care.
Oh, wow.
She was making payments every month, and she had no idea what she was paying. So I became part of, I came back into being, I became part of the family's, I guess, financial person.
Okay.
And I had to figure out, okay, what can pay for long-term care? And, you know, we asked that question to a lot of families. How are you going to pay for long-term care to the families?
And before you continue there, what exactly is long-term care? So many people doesn't know what that is.
Yeah,
what that is.
long-term care is really paying for a couple different things. It could be paying for home care and having an aide come right into your house. It could help pay for an assisted living, or it can help pay for a nursing home. Okay. Things that Medicare does not pay for. And a lot of people get that confused, thinking that Medicare is going to step in and help pay for these benefits that they're not. Medicare is really going to cover more medical than anything else. So, you know, and or hospitalization.
Correct.
So that's a big thing. So when my dad started showing signs of dementia and he did not have long-term care, I said, okay, where can we reach out to find money to help pay for AIDS? So one thing I looked into was the veterans benefits. The VA benefits there's a lot of them. And then again, there's the medical side, and then there's the long-term care side. So a lot of people know the medical side, going
Correct.
to the VA hospital or going to the clinics, but they don't understand the long-term care side. So I kind of spent a year trying to figure that out, and I started getting VA benefits for a lot of people. After about doing that for a year, I realized that Medicaid was even a better benefit than the VA benefit.
Oh, wow.
And what it can do for families, again, whether somebody stays at home, assisted living, or nursing home. And my whole focus kind of shifted towards the Medicaid benefits because they were a lot easier to obtain than VA benefits.
Wow.
A lot of red tape through the VA. Everybody knows that. Everybody tries to get things done there, and it's tough.
Well, I'm happy that you kind of broke the code a little so you can help us because you know, I had a little issue during the holidays, you know, during the Christmas, New Year break, and my whole household got COVID. So my mother's 84, my aunt's 82, and they got it. You know, my husband, JC, got it first, and I got it, and, you know, we followed. And there's nothing you can do. We're all in one house.
Yeah, right. It's tough.
So when they got to the hospital, there's no visitation. you're very restricted. You know, I couldn't go in with them, and I'm explaining to them, I have to be there. They have Alzheimer's, dementia. They don't know what's going on. And with the COVID, you got that brain fog.
Right.
And they don't even, to this day, they don't remember.
Right.
Like they lost 3 months. Basically, they lost 3 months. But it took them 3 months to get back to normal, their normal,
Right.
to know what to do, how to get dressed, how to eat, everything.
Yeah, I mean, it affected my mom dearly, where she was in assisted living. I couldn't see her for part of the time. And then going to doctors and them saying, no, you can't come in with her. I said, well, we're not going to get anywhere with her because she's not going to be able to answer the questions, and or she's not going to hear you. Then you're going to ask her to sign something, and then she can't see, clearly to sign
Right.
something. I said, so you can go and speak with her. You're not going to get anywhere.
Right.
So unfortunately, you got to be kind of the squeaky wheel. I mean, when it comes to the seniors, I mean,
Exactly.
I fight the fight. I mean, unfortunately, people take the word of a lot of people and accept that. And that's not the way you have to be when it comes to your family,
Right.
coming to your parents, whether aunt or uncle or grandparents. You're listening to the advice you're given, but then you got to just take it.
And you have to see if it's true. Like we were
Right.
talking about this before we got on radio, and I've heard all these things. I was at the hospital. I won't name names, so that way we don't have any issues.
Right.
But I was at the hospital with them, and I said to them, I want to take my aunt home. We were in the emergency room. Oh no, she's already been admitted. That doesn't matter. I have the right. I want to take her home. I don't want her to stay. Oh, you can't. You can't unless you have a health proxy. Then basically she's a ward of the state. I go, excuse me?
Right.
Nobody awarded her to the state. She has family.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was talking to my husband's family in Puerto Rico because his mom was in the hospital a couple of days, and there, it's really weird, but it's totally different. So
Right.
there, the doctors won't do anything unless they speak to the family.
Right.
So they will speak to the family. They value the family in Puerto Rico, and they won't do anything if they say no. We don't want to have surgery. They said okay, fine. I think they let her go out of the hospital. Even though they might suggest it, no, it's okay. But here,
Right.
they like, oh, you have to have surgery. But if I don't want surgery, why do I need to? So I guess it's, how can we help people? I guess that's what your job is, to help people understand what is our right, what is not our right, and so on. There's so much. But senior, I don't think anybody's prepared for to take care of their parents, their elderly parent, or any elderly family member.
You see it all the time where, you have life that gets in the way. So, like myself, I mean, I have well, now they're adult children. But, I was going through it over the last 10 years where they were kids. So I had to take care of them.
Right.
And then here I am now taking care of my parents. And it's not something, just like when you have kids, or have a baby, there's no book, or there is a book, but you got to read it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
There's
hands-on.
no manual, like exactly
There
manual.
isn't. Same thing with dealing with your parents.
No, there isn't.
I took my mom the first time I took her to the doctor, when I realized that I really should go in with her into the doctor's office. I asked a bunch of questions, and we got out of the doctor's office, and my mom said, "You're never coming to the doctor with me again." And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "You embarrassed me. You were asking a lot of questions." I said, "Don't you want to know what's going on?"
Exactly.
You can't trust everything they're saying. He doesn't know what's everything that's going on at home. And if you say everything is fine when everything isn't fine, he's just going to go by that.
Exactly.
I said, so if I didn't ask the questions on what ifs and, what medications you were taking at the time, how would I know how to help you?
Yeah,
Or-
they don't like us too much at the doctor's office.
No, I can
They
imagine.
don't, because
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I start
Right.
asking questions, what's his medication for? Or I look up if a medication's been recalled, because they have a list, even though I don't know how good it is. But there was a medication for blood pressure that my aunt was taking, and it was recalled. And I said, this is already recalled. He's like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, it says FDA medicine recalled until this date. So stop taking
Yeah,
the
it's
medication.
amazing, right? It's
And they're
amazing.
still giving to them, and it says proven that could cause some kind of cancer or whatever. I try to limit medication. I think I take one thing and that's it, because I need to. But
Right.
I'm trying to get whatever off of it, and the same thing with my family. I don't want to get into too much of the medications, but so you help basically people who have elderly, family members kind of understand like the documents you need. Like I mentioned, health proxy, and what a health proxy is basically a document, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
It's a document that states that when you're parent or whoever it is not capable of making decisions on their own, that then now in turn I am the proxy. I'm the one who gives the authority to the doctors and says, yes, you can treat her for this, or no, you can't treat her for this.
Correct. You're stepping into the place of it when they become, let's say, incompetent, or they just can't handle to make decisions. And that could be something as just quickly going through an operation, and there has to be some kind of decisions have to be made. But when they come out of the anesthesia, they're fine. Then they go back to making their decisions.
Okay.
But it's an important document to have, just like a living will is important to have, just like a power of attorney. I would say the power of attorney is probably the most important thing that
I
a
have
lot of
one of
people
those.
don't understand, and you have to get them updated.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Yeah.
How often?
Every 5 to 10 years, and I
Oh.
say it that way, but you say, oh, but it's funny where I said, oh, when did you have your, when did you do your parents' power of attorney? They said, oh, a couple years ago. I said, can I see it? And they show it to me, and it was like 20 years ago.
Oh, no, mine hasn't
know.
been that long.
Right.
It's been less than 5 years.
But
so
you
I'm
you
good.
wouldn't believe how many people really, it's
Wow.
over 15 years, and things change, and who your loved one gives the power of attorney to could have changed, whether
Okay.
divorced or family member, or who's nearby now because they've moved. So there's a lot of changes that happen that you don't really think about, and a lot of and I see lately a lot of power of attorneys don't have a successor.
Successor.
So what happens is they might give you the power of attorney, but what happens if something happens to you?
Then
Who's behind you?
Exactly. I was just going to say that because my aunt, her husband died like 15 years ago, and I don't know what's been updated or not.
Right.
And I know Paul and I are going to sit down on a private sense because he's going to help me out because I have, 2 elderly people at my home. Plus, JC's aunt is climbing age too. So we take care of three ladies, And there's a lot between the doctors, the medical, not knowing what kind of insurance they have, like life insurance.
Right.
My aunt's like, oh, my aunt always jokes around like, yeah, you're waiting for me to die to take all my money. I go, you don't have any money. Yes, I do. I go, where is it? Let me see. I bother her,
Yeah,
I said, I don't want your money.
It's true. It's true. So, I mean, I go into a family situation and I said, all right, tell me everything. And that's not even an easy question sometimes because of the family dynamics. A lot of the older generation do not want to tell their kids what they have.
Yeah.
And they're embarrassed what they have left because maybe they don't have too much left,
Right.
or they don't want to tell them because they think they're going to go grab it. So it's a hard, delicate kind of. When I go in there, sometimes they'll tell me more than wanting to tell their own kids what they have, and that's kind of the first thing. Because of my background and doing what I've been doing for 13 years, I've seen most of all the documents. So I'm not an attorney, but I've seen all the documents that are needed, and I know if they're correct or not. So that's when I kind of send them to the attorney, whether the one I work with or other attorneys that they might have, and saying, okay, these are documents you need. Make sure you have this in those documents. And especially if I'm doing Medicaid planning, there's language within the power of attorneys that help me do the Medicaid planning
Okay.
if somebody becomes incompetent. So there's little tweaks
There's
in
a
there.
lot. Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, I
No.
went, did my research and kind of downloaded the correct
Mm-hmm.
forms, got them notarized, read through everything, did my research. That's all I could do. Before I forget, if you're out there and have any questions for Paul or myself, the call-in number is 888-565-1470. Again, it's 888-565-1470. So call in and ask your questions. So again, so we talked about the health proxy, the power of attorney. Also, I think there's different types. I know I have a durable power of attorney. I think
That's the newest one.
which is like comprehensive. Like it's basically their bank accounts. You have control over everything,
And it's why it's really different than the older power of attorneys is because it gives you the powers right away. So
Okay.
you don't in the old ones, which they were called springing power of attorneys, is that you had to wait and get doctors to sign off to saying that they were incompetent to be
Okay.
able to make decisions. But right now, if you're a mom, dad, loved one, whoever it might be, signs a new power of attorney and they give you the power of attorney,
Right.
technically you can go to the bank right then and there and empty their bank account. So seniors don't always understand that. So
Okay.
it's kind of funny when they don't want to give the information
Right.
of them or what they have
Correct.
financially. You can technically empty their bank account out, and they don't
Wow.
understand that. So I try to explain that within the power of attorney to them that you already gave them all your rights. Anybody that you're giving that power of attorney to can
Right.
do anything
Right.
now.
Right.
And it's a tough decision to make. I've had some people not want to sign a power of attorney.
Yeah. You must have some difficult times because you're coming into somebody's family home and they need help. But if you're talking to the seniors, you don't know their mental capacity
Right.
either at that moment,
Right.
what they understand, what they don't understand, and then you don't know the children too. Are they people that are ready to just take all their money and run, or are they really there to help? You
Oh,
just
yeah.
don't know, and
I
you
don't
can't
know.
make the decision. You just
Right.
come to help.
I've walked into the family situation and everybody might seem sweet and innocent, okay, and say that they want to really do the best for their loved one. But really, after you're having the conversation with them a couple times, what's really what they're trying to do.
I
And I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes they're trying to do the right thing and taking their money, and sometimes they're not because mom or dad either have a gambling problem or a drinking problem,
yeah.
and they need to really protect the assets that are left, knowing what's going to come down the road. It's not cheap to get old. And that's something that, I'm dealing with 80 to 90 to I have a client 100 years old, and they don't understand the value of a dollar anymore. So even though my mom says, I got plenty of money in the bank, she has no idea what it's worth.
Oh.
She doesn't know what things cost. So
It could be $5,000. She's like, I have plenty of money. I'm thinking there's
Right.
a 500,000 or 5 million. She
Right.
just doesn't know.
She doesn't
no
know.
concept anymore.
No, so it's a tough thing, and it's I've seen enough families and been enough situations, and including my own, to see what I'm up against every time. And when somebody comes and whether they want to hire me or my services, I'll say no sometimes because of either the family dynamics,
Right.
or it's like pulling teeth to
Right,
get
right.
the information.
Right.
So
right.
what do I want to get into that situation for?
Exactly.
It's a no-win
There'll be a
situation.
psychologist on top of it
Right.
too.
Right.
Yeah, it's not easy. I think I don't know. My opinion is the best advice is that if you're young, like I tell my kids are in their 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell them, I said, you need to sit down with me. You need to know about this stuff. And they get nervous. And I go, why are you nervous? I said, you need to know this because if something happens to me,
Right.
our family right now is pretty small. I'm the only daughter.
Right.
I'm the only niece.
Right.
So I have to take care of both of those.
Right. Yeah, it's
Okay.
tough.
And then I have 2 sons. So, the older one should step up and then the other one. So I'm
Right.
telling them, I said, I have to have all this paperwork because something happens to me, then it goes to you or, and so on and so forth. So, and they don't want to think about that. They're 26, 22
They have
years
no
old.
worries
They
in
don't
the
want to think
world.
about that. But,
Right.
let me tell you, I didn't understand it. And now that I'm dealt this card here,
Right.
that I have to, not that I have to, but it's my
It's your
it's
a
my responsibility. I was
Right.
raised that way in my
Right.
family. My grandmother died home. She was 90. My uncle died at home. He had cancer, terminal cancer, and he
Right.
died at home. And I've always taken care of aunts, uncles, since I was young.
Right.
For some reason or another, there was always somebody. Even I remember my great grandmother in Puerto Rico.
Right.
So, I've always been like at service to others somehow or another. And I really, I always knew I would take care of my mother, of course. I'm
Right.
the only one. Who else should she have,
And I think the biggest thing that you didn't realize, and maybe you do now, and a lot of people that are out there don't realize. So I understand everybody wants to stay home, and you really should stay home as long as you can stay home. But that doesn't mean that you can't have help come in and help you. So you can't be the martyr out there, of which a lot of people are, and say, no, I'm the only one. I don't want to bring anybody into the house. That's kind of what happened to my own mom. I wanted to bring somebody into the house to help her,
Right.
and she said, I don't want anybody in the house. So it got to the point, and I'll tell more of the story tomorrow. Stay
Right.
tuned.
Stay tuned.
But I then had to move my mom out of the house because it was going to become me. I was going to be the one that kept getting the phone calls, having to be there, and I was going to lose my quality of life. And I said, why is that fair? And I don't think I
Yeah.
was wrong.
Yeah.
Talked to a lot of people about it,
Yeah.
but they had the money to be able to afford to have help at home, and or I could have done the planning that I do, bring in some help through Medicaid, and qualify my parents through Medicaid. And that's a whole nother thing we'll talk a little
Right.
bit more about tomorrow, where people don't realize they can qualify. Medicaid's for the middle class, not for the low class. All right. And people don't understand that there's ways to qualify, especially here in the state of Florida, to get these benefits that are out there. And that's help. If I can bring in somebody into your house for 2, 3, 4 hours a
that
day,
would be so awesome.
help clean, help cook, help do certain things, take them out, do
It's a
certain
lot.
things.
We all moved in. So my husband and I moved into the house because of COVID 2020. His cousin, his aunt's only son died. 47 years old. He died January of 2020. So we started the year with that, and then we brought her down here. Thank goodness that we brought her down. So, but anyway, it's been an adjustment. And then when we realized that nobody was working and how are we going to pay
Right.
bills, and we had 2 households, there's no way I'm going to pay 2 electric and 2 rents and 2 mortgages. So we stayed in one house. The house is big enough for all of us, and we have animals.
lucky, yeah.
We got 2 dogs, we got 4 cats, and 3 old ladies. Okay, so
Right.
it's a full house. There's always something going on.
crazy.
It's like a
Craziness
reality
going on,
show at my
right.
house. Okay, seriously.
Right.
Some days JC and I leave, and we just have to go outside. I need a break. Let's go out, and we go drive around the block or whatever, because you have to take care of yourself.
That's the priority.
And that's one thing I talk about on my show, is that self-care is very important, and I'm learning that more and more, because if I'm not okay, I can't take care of them.
Well, it's proven and documented that the caregivers get sick and pass away possibly sooner than the person you're taking care of. Okay, and that's it happens every day. So if you don't take care of yourself, then how are you going to really help? And again, there's help out there. You have to ask the right questions.
Right.
And sometimes if you go to the people that you think are giving you the right answers, keep asking more questions. You got to keep asking their questions.
I always ask
Whether
questions.
it's the financial advisor who you think and who you trust, or the attorney,
Right.
or your doctor. There's help out there to answer these questions and get as much information as you can. Just don't stop at Google, because Google doesn't have all the answers.
No, it doesn't. It might not
Yeah.
give you the right answer too.
Right.
So, but I'm happy we ran into each other. We met.
Absolutely.
And it was perfect. For me, it's a blessing, because I need help. Because I need that for my family and for everybody else out there. I'd love to share it. So tomorrow we will continue on Rebooted the Podcast at 3 p.m. We'll be live on Facebook, and just check me out on social media, and we'll do part 2 with Paul tomorrow.
Thank you.
So have a great evening.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on amp2.tv, and if you wish to be a guest, call 866-224-5422 and tell us about your business. That's 866-224-5422. This has been an amp2.tv production.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Along the sun-drenched beaches of Boca Raton lies AMP2 Media. We strive to bring rising stars and their fantastic work into the spotlight. From music to art, we have the tools and the talent you need to help you reach the next level. AMP2 Media is proud to announce our new scoring platform for reality shows, movies, and videos. We have the ability to highlight music according to what the eye sees on the screen. Our excellent mastery of music allows us into the deepest part of your film. Our different sounds allow your film work to come to life. For more information, call our studios at 866-224-5422 or visit our website at amp2.tv. Let AMP Media Productions bring your media to life.
Have you been injured in a car accident? slip and fall, or through the negligence of another? The lawyers at Shane M. Farnsworth, PA have over 40 years of combined experience representing injured individuals and their families. Call us today at 561-272-8337 for a free case evaluation and the answers to your legal questions. Were you injured in an accident that wasn't your fault? Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Contact us now to learn about your options and to protect your rights.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
95.3, 96.9, and AM 1470.
This program is furnished by AMP2TV.Square.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
AMP2.TV presents Tell Us Your Business, where you're invited on the air to tell us what makes your business stand out in the community. It's important we hear from you to tell us all we need to know about what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on AMP2.TV. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-565-1470. Now, let's get ready as our guest hits the airways and informs us about what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
What's up, guys? We're back with Tell Us Your Biz. I'm Christine Curran, the founder of the WIMP Token, host of Dining Divas TV, and partner and host of the Influential Model Awards. I wear many hats. I got dubbed the entertainment guru many years ago, and I definitely live up to that name. So I'm here to tell you about some of my women empowerment companies and our mission. And at WIMP Token, we are a cryptocurrency that's geared towards educating women on the blockchain and creating mass adoption, because in order for mass adoption to happen, more women have to come into the space. So I'm very excited to announce publicly for the first time that we have partnered with Driven Academy. We went through 5 different academies. They're all very well known, and I'm very impressed by all of their backgrounds, but we really felt that Driven stood out. And so Driven has given us this opportunity to empower women by giving us an insane discount on high-level trading crypto education. And it's for the first 500 WIMP holders. So if you're interested in that, and listen, right now it's a bearish market, so you definitely want to learn how to trade because you can make money in the bear market. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to us. You can find us at wimp.world, and you can just hit the contact button and send us a message, and we'll get you signed up, get you a bag of WIMP so you qualify, and get you the code so you can learn high-level trading. Besides that, we are doing a lot of really great things at the WIMP token community, or what we like to call WIMP World. We have an accelerator program that we are starting with Leaf Capital Partners, and it is to help women scale their companies to 7 and 8 figures. This is huge. I mean, I can't wait till this is finally done. We have our LOI from them, and we should have our draft document for the actual outline of the accelerator program this week. So it's very, very fresh, but it's in the works, and we're really excited about that. So if you're a female entrepreneur, I highly suggest that you join our Telegram group so you can stay up to date with everything that we're doing at WIMP World. If you don't know how to get to Telegram, go to wimp.world, and we have a Telegram link right there, so that way you sign up to the correct Telegram. Besides that, we also give back to charities. We give a grant to women entrepreneurs through for a buy sale tax. So we have a lot of really exciting things there at WIMP. WIMP is also in partnership with the Influential Model Awards. The IMAs, as we call it, is an Oscar-style award show for female influencers in 22 unique categories. We have all the regular categories like Best in Swimsuit and Best in Dance, Music, all those fun things. We also have some very cool categories that are unlike any other award show, such as Best in Combat and Stunts, Best in Plus Size Model, Best in National Service for women who've served in the military. If you'd like to see the complete list of all of our categories, you can go to itstheimas.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at Influential Model Awards. We did just almost finish our contract for our location. It's happening in July, mid-July in Palm Springs, California. I will announce the location and the exact dates probably by next week. So this is a really exciting time because we have a lot of things happening with all of our different companies. Besides that, I'm most known for my TV show, Dining Divas TV, where I'm the main host and owner of the brand. And what we're building at Dining Divas is the next big women empowerment foodie lifestyle show. So I'm the spicy diva, if you can tell. And then I have the succulent diva, saucy, sizzling, savory, and sweet diva. And we just have finished our app, so that will be going into the App Store. Season 3 is where we're at right now. We're halfway through production for the South Florida franchise. And that will be going on the WE Network, which is Women's Entertainment. And we are working currently on a deal for the Travel Channel, which I'm really stoked about, Dining Divas Destinations. So we're working on that currently as well. So a lot of really fun things happening at Dining Divas. I definitely recommend you check it out at diningdivas.tv, and we will keep you updated for when the app launches and, you know, all the exciting things that we're doing with the Diva brand. So, you know, kind of think Housewives meets Drive-In Diners and Dives, but no drama because we're all about women empowerment there. So it's a lot of fun. We bring really cool celebrities and influencers to eat with us, and I think I've covered almost everything, right? Did I miss anything? And I didn't even stumble. Look at that. Woo!
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'm getting good at this TV stuff. Well, Saturday, I actually hosted on live TV for the first time. I've done a lot of TV things, but doing live TV for celebrity boxing was definitely a first, and my earpiece didn't work, and I got it all done, and I got to speak next to Flavor Flav, which was really exciting, and I got to work with Amoroso. I mean, it was just a star-studded event. Interviewed Scott Storch. We had Debrat in the house. We gave away an honorary belt to her. It was a really fun event. So I've been doing a lot of stuff. So I think I've gotten pretty good at this over the last 15 years. But
now you got on TMZ, so that's it.
Right now I'm on TMZ, Daily Mail. I got quite a little bit of press there.
Yeah,
so.
You did. That's great. And I'm the fiery diva because I'm corporate diva.
I
have many hats too.
I have corporate divas, and I give them all names too. I have fiery, I have feisty. I'm trying to come up with some other names. I need one for Meredith. I mean, we're adding girls left and right to our team, which I love. So.
Yeah, Dining Divas has been great. We filmed the other day at Holy Mackerel, and that was fun. It was a very different kind of show because we had some of the drag queens doing singing, and then we had some other artists performing. I forgot her name.
Lexi Pantera. So Lexi actually performed at Celebrity Boxing as well on Saturday. She did. Okay. You know what I love about Lexi is she's an independent artist, and she was an artist that turned into the twerk queen. She did twerk out, the fitness twerk out, and she was traveling all over the world, and now she's back to her passion, which is singing, and she is really, really good. So I want to give a shout out to Lexi because she did come on Dining Divas. She performed for us for like 30 minutes, completely unplanned, unrehearsed. It was great, and then she just did Celebrity Boxing. So women empowerment, baby. I'm all about promoting good women, good energy, doing good things. So.
Yeah, you are. You influence a lot of people, so it's just very good. Influence me.
Oh, you're my.
She always helped me.
One of my besties over here, and she cute. I love her and her purple hair. And I love what you're doing with your podcast. I mean, you really have done a lot over the last couple months. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, I've been pushing it and just trying to get the message out there, and just to help people out there. I'm here to serve. So basically, I updated some things on the website. I put a small website up there so you can see all my shows and the videos, and you can hear it all. And I'm on every platform right now: Apple, iHeart, everyone, Amazon. You can find me everywhere. Rebooted the podcast.
And let's talk about your weight loss journey because, girl, you've been looking good. I saw you from across the room at the event the other night, and I was like, oh MG.
Is that Alita?
Yeah, like woo, skinny version.
Hey, I'm walking every day in this heat. I don't know, but I'm just determined. I just said I'm going to, I changed my mindset, and it's all about that. You have control of everything in your life.
Absolutely.
Every decision you make, everything you do is because you make the decision. Nobody else did it for you. Nobody forced you to do it. So
And you can manifest whatever you want. I mean, you literally, if you can envision it,
Exactly.
you can create it. Like, I envision everything I'm going to do before I do it. I envision my shows before I do it. I saw myself on stage before I went out for celebrity boxing and imagined how I was going to look and how I was going to sound. And it's really important. Manifestation's real, and I think you realize that more and more as you get older in life. When you start to see things unfold, because of the way that you were thinking. Negative thoughts are like poison to your body, and
Exactly.
literally can cause cancer. I mean, it's the truth. It releases toxins into your body. So even something as simple as smiling at strangers throughout the day can release really positive chemicals into your body and help you be a more positive, happy person. So I randomly just cheese it up.
Yeah,
Wherever
it's true. I mean, sometimes you smile at somebody or say hi to somebody, you made the whole day.
Yep.
Actually, they're like, wow, somebody said hi to me.
Yeah.
It's
What do you think
amazing.
about that?
It's amazing. I walk every morning myself for about an hour, and it's crazy how you're walking on a loop, and some people will either run away from you. Okay. Some people will say hi. Some people put their head down.
Yeah.
And I'm determined. I say hello to everybody.
I do
you
too.
know?
I
And
do
I kind
too.
of laugh afterwards. I'm like, okay, what's going on in their life? And I kind of think of why they can't just say hi or good morning or something like that. But there's a lot of people out there that are
You
like
never
that.
know what someone's going through, and I think that's really important too.
Right.
And like Alita said, it's mindset. So even if you are going through a lot, I could sit here and tell you all kinds of really crazy things happening in my life right now that are what most people are negative. My home is just got flooded, and now I have no place to stay for 2 months. My condo got flooded from the one above me, and I'm dealing with that whole thing on top of running all these companies. Anybody else would just be breaking down oh, my whole life's a mess. And I mean, it's a lot. It's been a lot on me. I'm running around trying to find places to live temporarily while they fix and gut my whole condo. I mean, who knew that was going to happen in the middle of the summer? That's horrible, right? But it's just mindset, and inflation's at an all-time high in South Florida, so I can't even find a place that's at the same price that I'm paying for my beautiful condo east in Boca on the water.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
forget
no
it.
way.
So
Right.
I'm looking around. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to live there. So whether it's a month or 2 months, I have to be rehomed. It's a mission, and it's a lot because I'm very, very busy. But I'm keeping a good mindset about it, and just it's about solutions, not problems. So always trying to find a
Correct.
solution. There's always going to be things that are not the right timing or not convenient for you, and it's just about the way that you handle it and the way that you talk about it and the way that the positive thoughts you put in. Look, I'm going to find a place. It's going to work out. It's and it's just about taking everything step by step, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day.
Yeah, and that's all about also who you hang out with. Everything affects you, the environment, all that stuff. So I've learned, it's taken me my life to understand mindset and really manifesting, and it's just a different word. Okay, I grew up with being in the church, so the prayer, it's the same
Similar
philosophy. You
concept.
think about it, prayer, you're manifesting what you want.
Absolutely.
You're being grateful. So you always have to be grateful
Right.
for what you have and grateful for your life, and then.
Well, I was just telling Dawn, actually, we were sipping on some wine, so I need to get to know you better because I missed a little bit of your interview. I apologize. But we were talking about that. It's about bringing value to people. And, as you see, on my social media, I'm always promoting and shouting out everybody.
Yes,
it's just
you are.
hey, appreciate you. Thank you so much. It doesn't matter who they are, if they just were my bodyguard at an event or
Right.
they took my
Right.
pictures. I'm like, thank you. Because it's about, first of all, respecting people where they're at in life, uplifting them. Right, elevating them, because when you're serving others, then good things come back to you. Actually, I'm super grateful because besides doing my first live TV on Saturday, I get to speak, and I'm probably the youngest one on the panel. I'm sure I'm the youngest one on the panel at the Think and Grow Rich tour tomorrow. And that just came to me this week, and it's just just
Yeah.
blessings keep coming
Yeah.
to me, and I know it's because of the way that I'm treating others and how I'm helping others. So, with nothing expected in return, and so things are coming to me.
I know you went to Dubai. That's on my bucket list.
Wow.
I
That
did.
looks so awesome.
So when I found it, so let me just tell you a quick story, okay? So before COVID, right, my Dining Divas was killing it. I was starting my Influential Model Awards with my partner Jared Knowles, and then we had done a lot of planning for it, and then COVID hit. So obviously both my TV show at restaurants and my event were just So that was rough. But during that time, everyone jumped into PP or crypto, which I did both, and I made a little bit of money in both. And I learned crypto and realized that, oh my gosh, we could have a global currency for our global Oscar-style award show, right? And so there, the WIMP token was born and founded from that. And obviously we have other initiatives now with charities and entrepreneurs and helping people scale their companies and so forth. But that's really what it was founded on. And you know, now we've got the Influential Model Awards back in business, and it's bigger and better than ever. And so, like, everything kind of happens and flows together, and it's exciting to see how sometimes when something seems like not the best situation, like, oh my gosh, my whole event got postponed and got postponed for 2 years, you know?
Exactly.
But now it's coming back with like a vengeance, and the partnerships I have are on another level that I could never have imagined. You know, our budget, what we had thought we were going to do 2 years ago, was like a third or a fourth of what we're able to do now, because of all the new partnerships that we've gained from the crypto currency arena and just all these new people that we've been working with. So everything that happens in your life has a purpose, and sometimes it may not look like it's serving you, but it probably is, because it either taught you a lesson. It's a time, place, reason, season, right? And like it's helping you somehow or some way. And sometimes even negative situations, something positive comes from it. So
we always say there's no coincidences also, because things just happen, and they happen all the time, and they're out there. And we always say that. I mean, we do a lot of meditating. I do a lot of meditating to bring the manifestation that's coming. And, you know, all the negativity that's out there, and especially in the world that we're in right now, it's kind of, you have to fight it off. You have to have your shield and, you know, knock it, whether it's friends or old friends. And sometimes you just have to walk away and start again. And in the world we're in right now, it's tough. It's tough for the young, I'll say young kids. I have a 22-year-old and a 25-year-old, and they're fighting the fight too. They get it, but a lot of their friends don't.
Yeah,
and they see what's going on, and it's just, you know, you got to get up every morning. Every day is a new day, and see what today brings. And that's the way I live life right now.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We just came yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
We
went
were
to
at
the
full
beach.
moon. Yeah, it was a beautiful full moon on the beach, and we were with Sunny Afra, who does the manifestation meditation every month at the beach. It was awesome.
It's what's the name of the company?
Feel Great Meditate.
Feel Great Meditate. We had a great time. That was a lot of fun, and just was such a great energy. I needed that little reset.
It was
after the
great.
crazy celebrity boxing the night before.
So we calmed down and we sat on the beach for like 2 hours. We were out there and listened to the ocean, you know, waves, and the moon was just bright. It was just beautiful.
I'll have to
It
do
was
it.
like perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
every
next
month.
month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, now that I'm involved with you guys,
Yeah, see?
We're all gonna meditate together.
Yeah, cool.
Listen,
Absolutely.
it's not. What is the saying? Like when you go out with your friends and you drink. Now we're all about meditating with our
Right.
friends.
We're all
Like,
about
we're
being
past,
healthy.
We're past that time. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm drinking wine right now.
Yeah, but it's okay.
A little wine's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about being healthy, and it's everything. It's like I say, mind, body, soul, and spirit.
Right.
You know, it's really, you know, once you get the four of them aligned, then like I find like now things seemed a little easier for me. Like I don't stress as much, even though I do still stress. So let me tell you, okay, because it's hard when you're taking care of other people and doing a lot of different things and trying to build a business. You know, at home it's really hard. I don't have really a quiet space I can go. If I go in the office, my aunt forgets I'm in there and keeps opening the door.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm here. And I keep typing. And she goes, I'm still here. I'm still here. I haven't left yet. Or my poor mom thinks I'm not even in the house. And then she, I come out of the room. Oh, you're here.
I
So
know
it's
having
hard.
elder people is a lot. I mean, it's like having children all over
Yes,
again.
it is.
Full cycle.
It is
Yes.
a full cycle. It's a full cycle.
But you have the cutest mom and aunt,
Yeah.
so you know they're adorable.
My mom goes salsa dancing every time JC performs with Salsa en Control. We just had an event last Thursday, and the band was amazing as usual. And my mother was there till 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
dancing, all dressed up
salsa.
with her earrings matching her outfit. It was
Oh,
so
yeah.
cute.
And if I tell her we're having events every Thursday over there, forget it. She was like, I want to go. She doesn't care. She was in the middle of the dance floor, like, no, tomorrow. 84 years old, just dancing away.
So
she doesn't
cute.
even
She'll be
sweat.
ready on Wednesday for Thursday.
Yeah,
too.
oh, yeah.
She'll be dressed up, ready
Yeah,
to go.
she grew up with that.
Right.
She's a musician. She was a pianist, a composer. She has about 7 or 8 records that were recorded back in the day for Ansonia Records. and she was in the Latin world of music back in the 60s.
Wow.
When she did her music, and she grew up dancing. See, our generations have changed.
Right.
So I grew up with music too. I grew up dancing because we didn't have internet and we didn't have cell phones. So when I was 18, there was no cell phone.
This is dance.
It was
Right.
dance.
Parties all the time.
I think I got a beeper about 21.
I had a beeper.
Right?
I was like 14,
Yeah.
I think, when I got a beeper.
So
Yeah,
I
but
got-
you're a lot younger.
Yeah,
I
she's
know,
younger
but
than
I
us.
didn't have cell phones either. So just so you know, I remember when my dad had the first car phone that you had to
Oh,
like
yeah,
attach
the
it
big,
Right.
big,
with the
big.
antenna,
The
like
bricks,
that.
the
Yeah,
brick,
that was
yeah.
like the first thing I remember of any kind of technology like that. And then I was in like middle school and I got a beeper or something. And
Yeah, I
then
remember a
we
lot
get
of the
cell phones.
executives. I worked at a corporation, and the executives had their car phones. They would come and install the car phone because it was like this huge device
Right.
inside the middle of in the dashboard, right in the
Right.
middle. They would put
Remember
this
the
huge
BlackBerry?
box.
Hold on.
Yeah, the BlackBerry.
BlackBerry phone. I was so excited when I got one of those.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But that now that you're going closer to
I
the,
know.
the 2000s and stuff
You know,
like that.
something we got to talk about real quick though is
What?
the partnership we have with Dining Divas in Secret.
Oh,
Because
yes.
that's something that
Yes.
me and Alita are doing together, and
Yes.
and you'll love this too. Did
Okay.
you tell him about?
No,
Secret?
I haven't told him
Oh
about
my
Club
gosh.
Secret yet. I
Okay,
know.
Let me tell you about Secret. So Club Secret is a 20-year-old company. They were founded with the Dead Sea products. I'm sure you've seen them in the kiosks at the mall where they chase you around trying to get you to sample their products. And you know, they became a $1 billion company with just kiosks because their products are that good, even though they can barely give
Yeah.
anyone to try them, but they got enough. Once you do, you're hooked, right? They're really
Mm-hmm.
good. There's like 12 different minerals and minerals and help me out. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Minerals and
I don't know.
nutrients. There you
Nutrients,
go. Minerals and
okay.
nutrients that you can't find anywhere else in the Dead Sea. So the products are just unlike anything else. And from there, then they met Dr. Cone, and
Right.
Dr. Cone created this health and wellness line
Correct.
under Secret, and it's just some of the best products on the market. They have everything from like energy sticks you can put in your water that are caffeine
Yeah,
free.
I use that all the
they're
time.
really good.
They're good. And I had him on my show briefly. He came on. He gave me the honor and came on my show about 5 minutes. I'm going to do another podcast with him, like a whole 30 minutes,
Yeah.
talking about the protein shakes and the greens. I love it.
Protein shakes taste amazing too.
Yeah.
Like,
and the
they're really
greens
good.
are good too because they have greens in capsules or in powder. So I put it in my
They have,
Yes.
Oh wait, I'm not
Yeah.
even done yet. Wait, we're just getting
Yeah,
there.
that-
So we have the skincare line, which is amazing. They have a men's line, women's line. Then you have the and they have everything. I'm talking everything that you need from face down to the toes.
Right.
Then they have the Dr. Cone's health and wellness line, which is everything. I'm talking about your vitamins, your boost, your protein shakes, your energy powders,
Probiotics,
probiotics,
yeah.
all of that. That are amazing. People like swear by his products. Lots of really great stories when we went to
Yes.
Texas for their Elevate
yeah.
event, and we got to hear from people live and see how their transformations and stuff. It
Yeah,
was
it
really
was. It was
impressive.
great. Yeah.
And then they just brought, when the world shut down, I'm sure a lot of people know, there was a big travel company called World Ventures, and that whole team came over to Secret, and now they've added travel. So it's literally, if you want to feel better, look better, and travel the world, this is an all-inclusive VIP lifestyle club, and I love it. I love the people. Me and Alita went to Texas and to
Correct.
Houston, and we're part of the Elevate event, got to meet all the leaders and hear them speak, and it was just such a great energy and a great group of people, and it's really, really cool what they've done. And now they've even added more stuff, and besides all those three things, they also have
yeah.
massive discounts
And
on like food and
Right.
like restaurants and
movie
concerts,
tickets,
everything.
concerts.
Pet supplies,
I went to the Florida
Petco.
I went to
Wow.
Florida Panthers playoff game. I went on the same day, looked up the tickets. I saved $75 each ticket through Club Secret versus Ticketmaster. And we got good seats, and we saw a playoff game. They didn't win, unfortunately, but next year, Panthers.
Yeah, and the coolest thing is when you sign up, they give you a 5-6 night all-inclusive
Yes.
vacation to Mexico or the Dominican Republic, or a
For
cruise
two.
for 4 days, or a European vacation that you can select from, and it's for 2 people. So it's like you get all these products to try, and you get this trip. It's like valued at like $2,000. So I'm going to Dominican Republic.
Yeah, me too. We're
Is that-
going
you were gonna
together.
go
Yeah, we're
right?
going
Okay, no,
together.
we haven't set our dates yet, but
I
I was
know.
looking at it, and I'm like, ah. So
I gotta get a caretaker before I go, so I gotta talk to Paul because I can't leave my ladies home without us being away.
Yeah.
Being away for too long,
Right.
especially because cooking they can't. They
Yeah.
don't know how to cook anymore, and I don't want them to burn the house. So
Yeah, please.
That's
So,
important.
if not, I just
important.
call where it doesn't matter where I'm at. I
Right.
go online, group hub or whatever, DoorDash, whatever,
Right,
delivery,
right,
and
right.
send some food over.
Easy enough.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in Secret and you want to learn more, you can contact either me or Alita. You can find me at Instagram at Christine Curran, my name, and you'll see in my bio all of my companies. So if you're interested in learning more about Wimp Token, Influential Model Awards, Dining Divas, Secret, Driven for educational, it's all there. Or Rebooted the Podcast for
Rebooted the
Alita.
Podcast or Nuestro Magazine. I also have the digital online magazine as well on music and some of the what's going on in the Latin world and the Latin news and things like that too.
And how do we find you?
So I'm on, you can either call me at 954-540-6609, or you can go to my two websites at luhuadvisors.com or luhurealty.com. And you can find me there.
I did talk about this, but yeah, the Think and Grow Rich tour. That's actually,
Correct.
if you go to my Instagram, Christine Curran, you'll see that I've actually replaced my normal ChristineCurran.com with the link for the Think and Grow Rich tour.
Correct.
So if you want to grab your free seat and come watch me speak, it'll be super fun, and I'm really excited. And you can also see some of the other great speakers like Les Brown and Kevin Harrington and so many big ones. I mean, the whole list is just unbelievable. I'm very grateful that I got this opportunity, and I'm excited to see what's next.
I'm still trying to learn this crypto world. You talk to me, I ask you a question, and you go, da, 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 da. I'm like, what? What did you just say to me? I don't understand a word you said to me.
You just got to immerse yourself in it. Like, that's why I think Driven's going to be so great.
Yeah,
Because
I need some education because
Me too. I haven't even
right?
looked into it. No.
we have our tagline. It's Women Driven to Success. That's our
Very
tagline for our
good.
Wimp and Driven
That's what we are.
partnership. And and men can sign up too, just so you know. You just have
yes.
to,
I was
you
going to
have
ask you.
You have to
You're
hold Wimp,
discriminate
though.
against us men.
You have to grab a bag. It can be $10, but you have to hold Wimp,
Okay.
and then I'll give you 50% off your education.
Okay.
So, but I'm really excited about it because they teach you high-level trading, so you can learn how to trade in the bearish market, learn how to read the charts properly. You know when to hold, when to sell.
Yeah.
Like it's really it's a science behind it, and when you learn it, you can't fail. I mean, you're going to lose some, but you're going to win
Right.
more.
Just have to be a little risky, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, put a little bit of money, $10, $100, and see
Watch,
what happens,
learn.
and watch and learn. That's
There's
what I'm trying to do.
behaviors in the charts. You
Yeah.
know, there's behaviors in
Yeah.
it, and the
I
market
was always
as well.
really like scared of it. I mean, I worked at Bear Stearns back in the day when they existed, a brokerage firm in New York back in 1985. And they were trying to get me into the capital funding group, and I'm like, what? I don't understand none of this.
Right.
I wasn't raised with that, with that financial world. That's one thing when most people, I find that if you come from money, like they teach their children about money.
And that's what it should be.
And that's the way it should be for
lacking
everybody.
So much stuff in education.
Oh,
we're
my
lacking
gosh.
about, the basics of
Yes.
like how to buy a house and how to open a bank account. I mean, I remember I had a girl that worked for me. She was like 23 years old, one of my models, and she came to me. She didn't know how to write a check, and I'm like, you're 23. You never
Yeah.
like it's just all these basic things that we should be learning, like about how money works, and they don't teach us those things. So
Yeah,
Nope,
they don't.
need to be taught in high school. I mean,
In high
that's it.
school, even sooner, because now kids are smarter than that. By 12,
Right.
by 14, they know too much,
Right.
and maybe not the right
Right,
thing. So you
right.
need to start them like 9.
It's getting younger and younger.
it's true. Well, to speak on that, we love men that support us at WIMP because,
Okay.
listen, mass adoption doesn't happen without men helping us bring more women in, right? You got to tell your mother, your sister,
My
your
wife.
your auntie,
Yeah,
your
my
wife. I mean, whoever it is,
Yeah.
or bless them with a bag so they can have their own little wallet and learn and watch it move and how it all functions. So.
Yeah, I'll be definitely interested to learn more
Very
about it.
good, and we'll get you on one of those trips, hopefully to Mexico, DR. Take your wife.
There
you
you
need a
go.
vacation.
I
You
do
need
need
a
a vacation.
vacation.
Some
We
healthy
definitely have to.
supplements.
Exactly.
You know, a little bit of
I'm
everything.
using the Dead Sea.
Okay.
I've been using the Dead Sea moisturizer. It's like really
you're
good.
glowing.
I'm glowing. Look
You're
at that.
glowing.
See, I'm glowing.
See.
He said I'm glowing. Isn't that great?
Keeps getting younger, this one. Well, listen, this was a great time. Thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure you stay tuned for the next episode of
Tell us your
Yep,
biz.
in the biz.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on amp2.tv, and if you wish to be a guest, call 866-224-5422 and tell us about your business. That's 866-224-5422. This has been an amp2.tv production.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Do you suffer from neuropathy? Maybe you do and you don't even know it. Do you have numbness, pain, burning, or tingling in your hands and feet? Muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching? Are you not sleeping? Does it feel like pins and needles in your hands and feet? Maybe you have no feeling at all.